Hello YouTube, this is an alcohol review of Fistful of Bourbon. Before I drink it all, I decided to get on and let you guys know what it's about. According to the label, blends 5 straight bourbon whiskeys, 45% alcohol by volume, 90 proof, 750 ml bottle. Crafted with over 100 years of whiskey blending experience. On the back, in relatively small writing, a blend of 5 straight bourbon whiskeys, crewed with over 100 years of blending experience. Barrel profile. Number 1, backbone balanced and sweet. Number 2, green, leafy, floral. Number 3, soft spices, hints of nutmeg. 4, buttery toffee. And lastly, 5, cinnamon licorice. We have been blending award-winning whiskeys for generations. Now we're going all in on bourbon. Sourcing and blending 5 straight whiskeys to create a big, balanced bourbon that stands apart from everything else. Blend straight bourbon whiskeys aged a minimum 2 years. That's important. Now, on the lid, there you are. I love that sound. Ground up. There we are. I swear the glass is cleaner than that. Well, maybe not. Alrighty. We have a honey gold with lots of yellow traits to it. Looks good on camera. Yeah, it looks very nice. Almost about exactly what I'm seeing. Just a little bit lighter on my side. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Has a solid line on it. Not a whole lot of tearing right away. It is starting to form. It's just taking its time. And taking its own sweet time. So fairly heavy. I smell lemon. I smell caramel. I smell a bit of burn. I smell a bit of a little bit of bite. What did they say this thing had? Toffee? I don't know about toffee. Leafy floral. Nah, I'm not getting that either. Cinnamon licorice. Cinnamon, not licorice. Balanced and sweet. Well, I don't know that until I taste it. Hints of nutmeg, mint, soft spices, and mint and nutmeg. I can go with the nutmeg, but I do not get a mint anywhere in this. But I do get a nice, clean, almost summer type of odors that are coming out in it. So quite nice for a nice, clean, clear, I don't want to say crisp, but very summer-like flavors, or odors, pardon me. And there's that burn. And there's that bite. Doesn't want to go and chew your face off. It's a light burn and a very light bite. And then I'm starting to get that that alcohol, that burnt tire. But don't take this as against this particular bourbon. For my palate, Anytime the alcohol starts to come out, in this case, in the very back of the palate, it always tastes like burnt tire to me. So this is not a diss on this particular bourbon. It's on anytime I taste that alcohol, that ethanol. Caramel, stone fruits. It tastes very much like what you would expect a standard bourbon to have. What is odd is that it's very light, not quite Irish whiskey light, but it is light. And the hang time for the main flavors is medium to short, which encourages you to have another sip. But the ethanol just hangs in the back, that burnt tire. And once all those great flavors start to leave your palate, you're left with this burnt tire flavor just kind of creeping forward. Likely it doesn't get very far before that you're ready for your next taste. So it's light. I have to say, kind of refreshing as bourbons go. So I would say this is a excuse me, a very nice summer sipper. Would I blend it in a cocktail? Yeah, it might be a little bit of a waste. Hard to tell. That ethanol background flavor is rather strong after so many sips, kind of builds. It never really destroys your enjoyment of the bourbon, but it is always there and wants to get its voice a little bit louder every time you take a sip. So keep that in mind. And like I said, I believe this is much more of a summer sipper. It kind of follows along a nice Irish whiskey, and that Irish whiskey is fairly light on the palate and not very offensive. This follows in that line, and I'm surprised it's not labeled as an Irish whiskey by that taste profile. But yeah, it's that on building in the back of the palate. It's a bit of a turnoff. You guys give it a try. See what you think. This is Fistful of Bourbon. Any comments about this particular product down below will be warmly accepted, as always. Or better yet, go out, buy it, try it, and make a review of yourself. Yourself reviewing this particular product. And let the rest of us in the YouTube spirits community know your thoughts on Fistful of Bourbon. And until next time, keep on drinking.